What's going on YouTube? It's Josh, aka Slashy Joshy, bringing you another video. I'm filming this on a Sunday. I probably won't put it up Sunday now. I'm probably gonna I put up a Darius Leonard video. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But I'll probably upload this Monday, around noonish maybe. So, but this is the top 5 quarterbacks to avoid this fantasy season. Quarterbacks I think are getting drafted a little weirdly high. Quarterbacks I think you should just avoid completely, even as backups. And then quarterbacks that we'll get into it. No spoilers. But first quarterback I have, I'm seeing this guy getting taken like pretty high, like in the top 10. And it's kind of weird because there's Matt Stafford on the board, who I would 100% take over this guy. There's like sometimes even like Joe Burrow or who else is there? Tannehill sometimes are on the board when this guy gets taken. And it's kind of weird to me. But that quarterback is Jalen Hurts. I think I don't even know if he's the starter yet. No one does. I'm sure he's going to start, but I just don't see him being the guy. I don't know if this year will be his kind of separating point. I guess he could go off this year or kind of go down. I just, from last year, what we saw, I don't think he's that great. I think he's good, but I don't think he's that great. And I think people are drafting him way too high. Maybe as a low-end backup, but even as a backup, I see a lot of better quarterbacks that I would take over Jalen Hurts. So that is my number one quarterback, Jalen Hurts. I think he's getting ranked way too high, and that's the number one quarterback I would avoid this fantasy football season. All right, and at number 2, we have Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions. This one's not really like a shocker or anything. He's getting put in a terrible position in Detroit. They lost Kenny Golladay. They lost Marvin Jones. I still don't know if I can name a Detroit wide receiver right now. If you put a gun to my head, I think I wouldn't be able to do it. Hawkinson's there, tight end, which is good, I guess. But if that's your number one receiver, you're in trouble. They have a couple good pass-catching running backs in Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift, so maybe that helps them. But do not draft this man this year. Last year, he was tolerable because he had the Rams offense, Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. But this year, I'm staying away from him on Detroit. No shot. I'm taking Jared Goff. He's probably ranked 32 on my board. Just saying. At number 3, we have the Dolphins quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa. Is that how you say it? I have no idea. Tua, the Miami Dolphins quarterback. Tank for Tua, man. That was the move, right? That's what everyone wanted. Ended up Joe Burrow ended up taking over that number 1 spot, and Tua went 4 or 6. Both of those sound right, and I have no idea which one it was. But Tua went to the Dolphins. Played okay last year. Didn't really see signs of anything great. Kind of mediocre in my eyes. I didn't think he had anything special going on last year. I know Dolphins fans are crossing their fingers. Hopefully he's the answer for you guys. I'm not saying, I'm a Washington fan. I know what it's like to not have a franchise quarterback. It's frustrating. But Tua, I just don't see him doing great this year. He's got Waddle, which was a good addition. Devontae Parker's always a good receiver. Gesicki. He's not lacking the weapons per se. I just don't think he can get it done. I don't see him doing great in fantasy this year. Maybe a low-end bench player, but I would avoid him altogether. Number 4 is Deshaun Watson. This guy, dude, oh my God. I could regret saying this. If he plays all 17 games, he's a must draft, right? He's going to finish in the top 5 probably in fantasy at quarterbacks. I will put an asterisk on this one because I think it's worth a bench spot to draft this guy for sure. If you have a great number 1 quarterback that you're never going to sub out, except for his bye week, it might be worth it to roll the dice on a bench player like Deshaun Watson. Because, dude, what was he? He led the league in passing yards last year, right? And he didn't have great receivers. Who do you have last year? Will Fuller, maybe? Brandon Cooks? Not great. Not great receivers. He lost Will Fuller. I think he still has Brandon Cooks. So he's going to put up monster numbers again. They're always down. They're slinging the rock every single play. Deshaun Watson, if he plays all 17, he's a must draft, right? He's we're not even talking about him on this list. We're talking him on top 5 to draft. And even then, he's probably too of a much of a duh idea that you should just leave him off that list. But Deshaun Watson's too much of a gamble for me, especially as a QB1. Maybe a late bench ad. I don't know. Just throw him on there and see what happens. But I think something's going to come before the NFL season that puts him out, probably this whole year with the accusations he's received. So Deshaun Watson, not feeling it. Too much of a gamble. All right, and number 5, and I feel like this one's kind of obvious, but he's been a fantasy beast for so long, except for last year. And I'll get into that too. But this one's Cam Newton. Mac Jones is taking the job. He might even be the starter week 1. If he's not the starter week 1, he's going to be the starter very, very fast. Bill Belichick had a very bad season, and I know he is pissed. So Cam Newton, if he even has a leash at all, has a very short one. And then Mac Jones is getting put in. Cam Newton did not play well last year. It's no secret. He threw the ball like garbage. It was bad last year. Watched a few Patriots games, and it did not look good for Cam Newton. So I got him on players to avoid. Probably not even as a bench player. They're probably going to switch him to like a Taysom Hill-ish kind of guy and kind of use him in goal line situations. Maybe some trick plays every once in a while, but Cam Newton's a no-go for me. Even as a bench quarterback, there's much better bench quarterbacks to be had there. So that's it for the list. Let me know what you guys have on your top 5. Let me know who you're avoiding this year. Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my picks. So I'm trying to keep these lists kind of, there's no-brainers, right, that you want to draft. Mahomes is a no-brainer quarterback that you're going to draft. Kyler Murray, Josh Allen. I'm trying to keep this on like the middle to late rounds because I feel like that's where the head scratchers start to come in. Maybe the first 4 or 5 rounds are pretty easy to draft, but after that, it gets a little tough. That's when the rosters separate themselves from great and okay average. So let me know if you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified when I upload, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.